This episode of Scrolling to Death is sponsored by Bark Technologies. Bark offers parents advanced content monitoring for all of your child's devices. Bark is literally helping to save lives and has alerted parents to millions of life-threatening situations like self-harm and severe bullying. More on Bark in the episode notes. Welcome to the Big Tech Gut Check here on Scrolling to Death. This update is for the week of October 14th, 2024. I will be talking about how I got banned from YouTube this week, but I'll save that for the end. Let's get into Meta's big announcement first. They're calling it big. I'm calling it underwhelming. A PR play with very minor protections. So this update was made with the intention to help fight sextortion, which is a huge problem on Meta's platforms, mainly Instagram, with at least 39 teenagers dying by suicide while being targeted by this scam. The scammers are mainly located in West African countries like Nigeria. Meta has been removing their profiles by the thousands, and now here's what Instagram is rolling out. They produced an educational video about sextortion and will be pushing it out to millions of teens and young adults. While digital safety education is important, we can't just put the onus on teenagers when social media platforms themselves create or allow for the harms to happen. So I was glad to see that Instagram is rolling out a few new safety features. And basically what's happening is if an account is showing signals of scammy behavior, it will be flagged. And that spammy account will have limited interactions with teenagers and won't be able to see their follower or following lists. The teen will also get a notice letting them know they're chatting with someone who may be in a different country. You might already be thinking what I'm thinking. If Instagram is limiting the behavior of accounts who show signals of scammy behavior, why not remove them entirely? Why still allow them to be active and engage with teenagers at all? The only answer I can think of is because Meta is making tons of money off of these scam accounts, which is criminal, allowing scammers to continue to engage with children. Another feature that Instagram is rolling out is called their nudity protection feature. This is for Instagram DMs for all users under 18. And it sounds good, right? Again, it's really not. What they're doing is blurring a nude image, but there's a little bar at the bottom of the photo that says see photo. What teenager is going to see a blurred photo that says it may contain nudity and not click see photo? So Instagram is showing us that they have the ability to identify nude imagery and blur it. Why allow nude imagery to be sent? Nude imagery of minors, that is child sexual abuse material and is illegal to share. This would be a vital and doable step by Meta to protect children on their platform. These updates from Meta dropped just a couple of days after a bombshell documentary called Meta Exposed. I was grateful to be interviewed for the documentary along with Meta whistleblowers and other experts, and I'm going to link to that documentary, which was produced by Channel 7 News. Last update on Meta that just dropped today, a new round of layoffs hit Meta with Zuckerberg firing about 100 employees. I always get concerned about large layoffs at social media companies because that may mean that people are getting replaced with tech. And when it comes to safety roles, they're already understaffed. We need more people reviewing content and protecting kids, not faulty tech and AI platforms, which are obviously not doing a good job regulating content and bad actors. Next up, I'm going to talk about the UK for a minute because they are making big changes around kids' online safety, and the US may be next in line. So the UK passed the Online Safety Act in 2023, and it's beginning to take effect in the coming months. Not to be confused with the Kids Online Safety Act, which passed the US Senate a couple of months ago, but some elements are the same. The UK law will require tech firms to protect children from some legal but harmful material, with a regulator called Ofcom being given extra enforcement powers. Ofcom is going to be able to fine these tech companies up to 10% of their global revenue and also block their access to do business in the UK. Platforms in the UK will need to show that they are committed to removing illegal content, like drug content, child sexual abuse material, self-harm videos, deepfake porn, and more. Also, encrypted messaging services must examine the contents of encrypted messages for child abuse material. So this is a big issue, is predators who target our kids on social media, they move them to an end-to-end encrypted app to exchange nude imagery and do other illegal things. These are platforms like WhatsApp, Signal, and iMessage. I'll include a full list of end-to-end encrypted platforms in the episode notes so you can block them from your child's phone. So by these apps being end-to-end encrypted, Predators can hide their illegal behavior, particularly when they're targeting children. This is sort of insane to me that children are allowed on end-to-end encrypted apps. There's no benefit to them. But bringing the US back into the fold. So this month, the US and the UK have made an agreement that we will cooperate on our children's online safety work. A new joint children's safety working group will be developed to share expertise and evidence. I am personally super happy about this news and that the US is working with the UK, who is truly leading the world in regulating social media companies and forcing them to be safer for children. One more thing before I talk about my ban from YouTube. I want to briefly mention a survey of Colorado teens, which was really interesting. This was a statewide survey by Rise Above Colorado, which reviews their activity online to help them make more empowered and healthy choices. And here's what they found. When looking at substances, we're seeing that most teens are not using drugs like marijuana and vapes, but those who are starting younger. The average age when teens first take up vaping has dropped from 14.7 years old just a few years ago to 13.2 years old. And you know I love to blame social media, but where are 13-year-olds seeing drugs? Where are they buying drugs? Social media. Now, 2 stats about social media. 12 and 13-year-olds are spending an average of 2.4 hours per day on social media based on this survey. That is up from 2 hours in 2022. Teens who are younger are using social media more and are almost at the same level of use as 14 to 15-year-olds. The teens also reported increased sleep problems, which aligns with social media use. Addictive platforms are hard to put down in your bedroom at night. One positive trend, more parents and teens are having conversations about the dangers of fentanyl and contaminated pills. 9 out of 10 teens see a risk in taking a pill obtained online or on the street. That is such good news. More than 8 in 10 teens say they'd be likely to stop a friend from taking a pill that might be laced with fentanyl. If you need some more info on the pill epidemic and the fentanyl epidemic, you can listen to my interviews with many parents who've lost their child to a fake pill made with fentanyl. Sam Chapman lost his son Sammy, or my interview with Matt Capilouto, who lost his daughter Alexandra, my interview with Chris Didier, who lost his son Zach, Deb Schmill lost her daughter Becca, or Jaime Puerta, who lost his son Daniel, or Amy Neville, who lost her son Alexander. There are too many losses to count here, and we have to educate our kids. Okay, last thing for today. On October 16th, just a couple days ago, I woke up and found an email saying that I was removed from YouTube due to a severe violation of their harmful and dangerous use policy. The day before, I had posted a video showing a drug dealer on TikTok, just openly advertising drugs and then communicating with another TikTok user to sell him fentanyl. The point of the video was to educate parents on the danger of fentanyl and to show them that it is actively available on social media platforms. So I was shocked to find that my entire channel had been deleted after sharing this information, especially since a few weeks ago, I checked YouTube on my 3rd grader's iPad at school and found that YouTube was promoting a self-harm video to her. So I appealed this decision, thinking that once a human sees this video, they'll know it's educational. No problem. Nope. After carefully reviewing my YouTube channel a second time, they confirmed the violation and stated, "We won't be putting your channel back up on YouTube." So I blasted them online with a video about this, and then later that day, my channel was back up. But could big tech be trying to silence voices who are demanding accountability from online platforms in their failure to protect children? Possibly. Probably. I will say that the video that initially triggered the removal of my channel has been taken down. And you bet your ass that I just posted a video showing tons of actual drug dealers that are currently active on YouTube right now. To repeat, YouTube has drug dealers actively selling deadly substances on their platform, and they are taking down videos like mine who are warning parents about drug dealers. I will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for listening to the Big Tech Gut Check here on Scrolling to Death. It is so important that parents like us get educated and informed on the harms online so that we can do our best to protect our children from them. I'll be back next week.